Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Advanced Wars Daisy Ruin Tiny Wars replay. Spawn on the bottom side as the pink Snowind, we got Benchwarmer2. Spawn on the north side as the dark gray Hawke, we got Matemon. This replay was submitted to me, but I won't say who it is until the game's end, because it tends to spoil of who wins the game, since most time players submit in replays, they have won the game. They always give props to those who are willing to submit replays they lose. Either way, when it comes to Snowind, she of course is a custom CEO in Tiny Wars. Independent boarding cost, 1 radius, 30, 60, 60. Bit of a laundry list here. First start from the top. Unknown units get 1 health recovery, and that is free last time I checked. And all fuel and ammo gets resupplied at the beginning of each turn. Air units is plus 30% offense, plus 30% defense. And your first infantry or mech will be deployed next to your CO unit, and then the base as corresponding to it will be unable to deploy anything there, so you can't use a base twice. She's effectively the paratrooper CO. For CO power, you get 1 health recovery globally, all fuel ammo recovery globally, blah. Air units get plus 30, and you fire off a black bomb. When it comes to her superpower, do note these both cost 60 energy. It allows you to forward deploy all air and ground units to your CO unit if it's and start out as unweighted. Of course, the bases can only produce 1 unit at a time. Hawke is of course a custom CO in Daisy Ruin Tiny War. Standard boarding cost 2 radius, 30, 70, 120 with max energy 120. All you just get a nice simple plus 20 plus 10. You get the Black Wave and then the Black Storm for 50 and 100 energy. This map appears, I haven't cast this map before, it looks like it's double base, double seaport, a lot of water here, so this may be a naval map. You can see the no production symbol there, which means it cannot be used to forward deploy. As long as one of these exists on the map, it prevents the forward deployment of any other unit. So you can only forward deploy 1 infantry or mech. This map, double base, double seaport, both players start off a lander. This looks like a good number of properties in the center as well. A couple radar stations, got paracom towers as well. Hawks immediately go into the center of the map. I think that 1 free infantry unit at the start of the game really helps out with getting pushed in the center. CO's the infantry unit there. Oh wait, I just realized something. There is no aircraft in this map. No airport. So if Snowind wants to boost up her aircraft, she will have to deploy a seaplane on top of a HQ. Which will be very strong, don't get me wrong, but it'll be a bit expensive, though it will resupply itself with fuel and ammo, so that's actually a pretty nice unit. She's able to resupply herself. Dear God, I just realized how strong a Snowind seaplane is if she manages to CO it. That's actually pretty strong. Recon, that's interesting. Something to help her harass and gain control in the center of the map. Meaning on the one map? Quite possibly, since it doesn't have to follow the drop-off transport rules. Though, I haven't seen those maps all too often. I think those more or less got on the rotations that Snowind can do that. Can't say for sure. If those maps still exist, probably best if Snowind doesn't do that and be fair about it, because that could be a bit. She shouldn't have an edge like that, let's simply put. But you have to rely on good sportsmanship on that aspect. Tank infantry. Gunboat will work as well. But you also can see here she's starting to forward deploy some infantry units. So one of these bases constantly can produce infantry and mechs center map, so she has great momentum. Able to get a good ball of infantry and or mechs and start going around. Yep, you can see here that she is resupplying her own CO unit, so a seaplane would allow her to, if she COs a seaplane, she would allow her to get a lot of stupid things going. Oh, did not charge for the mecha that shot onto the tank there. I'm not sure why. I probably would have done it because it's a mech and a shot on a tank. And the tank decides to avoid it. Looks like Hawke is going to use the fact that Snowind's constantly forward deploying units there just to get power charge. So honestly, it would have been better for him to go in. It's probably best not go for 8 here. And I didn't see the mega tank. There's a mega tank, not mega tank, war tank in the center of the map now. That'll cause some issues, though Hawke could eye for a battleship along the side. He does have a anti-tank deployed in the field. Gunboats probably just help trying to transport units, while the lander's going to try to transport vehicles. And I hit the infantry there, and there's the anti-tank and infantry unit nearby. Anti-tank will provide some good cover to protect the tank, so great positioning there. War tank can't be pushing forward like that, and does push back the tank onto the HQ. And Snowind will be capturing up a contact on the center map as well. Artillery is zoning out the HQ, very nice. We got another recon down south. Number of gunboats being deployed by Hawke. He may be going to harass the lander. Mech infantry. He says 12,000 funds. He's going to eye for some sort of heavy ship. Well, subs do start deployed in a submerged state. You can still notice cost consumption. Lander's getting pretty low in fuel. Does go for a gunboat for herself down there. And now it's 20,000 versus 20,000 income. There's still a number of despicable neutral properties. One compound captured still by Snowind, the other one's just neutral. Artillery in position to cover HQ. Does go for a rocket there. Looks like Hawke's gonna be defensive. Maybe put the rocket in one of these behind the mountain there. Snowind's trying to push over the left side. Artillery and a forward deployed infantry unit there. Oh, nice. I haven't really paid attention to what all the rankings are. Because I usually see a lot of some players have really high rankings, but I don't really see them playing all too much. At least not when I cast them all too much, since their replays don't last all too long. Oh, looks like I got a aircraft carrier deployed up by Snowind. I want to see a CO-to-C plane. It will have not only +30, of course, of being maxed out of rank, so put up +50, and have a self-resupply of ammo and fuel. That would be a demon. Benchwarmer plays a lot, but destroys most people. That's probably why. I swear, the players that see the most amount of replays, it's usually Sylar SK versus Greyfield Guy. They always have always have very long, very entertaining replays. I have to limit myself how many times I cast them because how to put it nicely or poorly, I don't know how to put it, they're very well matched. Matemon's #1 Fog of War, last Fog tournament winner, doesn't play much, got it. Matemon has given me some both Days of Ruin and Advanced Wars by Web replay, so he sort of plays both, if that makes any difference. I think he's in like the top 20 in some of the Global League standards. And looks like the sea aircraft carrier has bought a seaplane. We do have a battleship by Hawke over here. What I'm just saying is they're very well matched. I'm not saying they are like high end. I'm just saying they're constantly fighting each other and they have constantly very good games. Hopefully the battleship holds its weight. Well, depending on its weightage, let's see, the Yamato is like 71,000 tonnage, so that's how much weight it has to hold. Let's go with that. War tank slowly advances way forward. The only thing that could really pose a threat in this region is the tank, so the mechs can get some good shots. And they're in the rear, with the gear. Seaplane push way forward. I want to see the CO unit deleted and the seaplane get on top of the HQ and get CO'd. I just want to see it. Starting to flip the comm tower. Right now, Snowind has both of the comm towers. To be fair, I think a lot of the quotes from StarCraft 2 are from other genres. I think all the units have all their quotes are based on some sort of a film or movie, but that's the same thing, or some sort of form of media. Everything but the Cyclone, which the Cyclone's like, yep, I got no references. As its little joke. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's gonna happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But there's going to have some fun times ahead. Does go ahead and seal, or no, that's already sealed. Battleship takes out the gunboat. It's the bigger gunboat, even though gunboats don't have guns. This battleship could be renamed Patrol Boat. I think Patrol Boat's actually probably a better name for it now thinking about it. I wouldn't mind if there was another Days of Ruin game where they add a bit more brown water ships, like ships that can go up rivers, like say some maps can offer some like monitors, patrol boats to go up rivers, and just provide like minor fire support stuff. Just ideas though. Gunboat does hit the battleship, does trap there, it's surrounded by the shores, in other words, the brown water. Does take out those units there. We do have now the CO seaplane. Don't worry about the fuel, it will resupply itself. And we do have an Athia in the region, but this is a class right now plus 55, plus 55. Another seaplane there. Gotta keep close to this other seaplane for a resupply and sortie together. Oh, back at those movie things about when it comes to StarCraft 2, it's usually like 80s and 90s, or 80s, 70s, and 90s movies help fit with its like 80s and 90s themes as well. Granted, the design style between StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2 are severely different. StarCraft 1 definitely had Terran more country folk as a style. I don't know how else to describe it, though. We do have battleship and gunboat over here. Aircraft carriers coming not loaded up. The battleship should be able to breach on through here. May need to get out some sort of anti-air to deal with this seaplane. Gunboat, battle cop, or tank, and gunboat. One shot's that unit there. There's a good shot in the infantry unit there. Finish it off. Good forward deploy infantry there. Does get a +1 CO zone. Leaving that opening there for infantry and or mech. Probably best for infantry unit with the amount of infantry units nearby. Artillery. Gunboat. And does go for mech and gunboat. Right now it's 22,000 versus 22,000 income. Anti-air could range the seaplane. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, easily able to range the seaplane. But it does have plus 55% defense, which is a fair amount. Not as high as Willen, but should perhaps take 5 points damage. If I has the hand guess. 60% damage. Of course, it will resupply itself. Good shot there. Hawke does get some energy there at 67 energy. Does not pop the power. I think it'd be a good idea to pop the power. There's no reason why to save up power other than for superpower in general. But he's willing to plug an eye for superpower next turn. 8th year. And there's a tank inside the lander. The artillery will knock out the anti-air. That's going quite easily. Snowind could get her superpower next turn. There's enough health in front of her. We got 28 in intermediate range, and she does not need 28 energy. She could eye for her superpower this turn. Pop superpower there. Not the black bomb one. This will allow her to forward deploy 2 bases, unweighted units to charge forward. True. But here comes Snowind's ambush spawn of indirects onto the Hawke CO unit. Oh, didn't even need the rocket for that. Hits the anti-tank as well. Snowind's getting a lot of good ground there. That's 4 deployment, 2 indirects. Hawke has a defensive position up here. Now this side's being aggressive on this side of the map. Both sides have a comm tower. Hawke does have a battleship up here. So maybe another battleship could be used to help provide some influence. Could CO a battleship as well. And the CO unit is... the HQ is being captured. Can he actually stop that? It's the anti-tank. Twice. Anti-air does not take out the seaplane, which probably means game over. I think as well, never mind. Yeah, if taking out the seaplane just gave 1 point damage, so maybe a bit of a low luck roll. Yeah, it was actually the other seaplane, and Hawke has resigned. This replay was actually submitted to me by Matemon, so thank you for submitting a replay that you actually lost just to get witness this seaplane, the Snowind seaplane. That could be a very big monster. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.